I want to tell you a story about three management thinkers, three principles, in the largest contiguous empire in human history. In the year 2000, Eliyahu Goldratt argued that technology is a necessary condition for organizational breakthrough, but it's never sufficient on its own. To capture the benefit of any new tool, you must also change the rules. In 2013, David Marquet described how he transformed the worst performing submarine in the US Navy into the best. He did it by systematically pushing control and decision making down to the people with the most information. And over my 30 years of organizational coaching, I've argued a third principle, that organizations manufacturing disengagement are promoting based on tenure, politics, and pedigree rather than demonstrated capability. Three thinkers, three principles. None of us knew we were describing the exact same organization. The Mongols independently arrived at all three of these principles in the 13th century. They ran them as a unified management system for 100 years. Goldratt named the technology principle. Marquet demonstrated the authority principle. I diagnosed the meritocracy principle. None of us cited the Mongols. None of us even cited each other. But we were all describing the same thing. The Mongols built their empire not because they were the most powerful army on earth, but because they were the most willing to be changed by what they encountered. When they met the Chinese siege engineers, they did not ask the engineers to adapt to Mongol tactics. They rebuilt their entire military around the new capability. The institution bent to the improvement. Today, we often do the exact opposite. We suffer from what I call the transformation illusion. We acquire the vocabulary of transformation while protecting every industrial age structure that the transformation was meant to replace. We did it with ERP systems. We did it with Agile. And we're doing it right now with AI. The most expensive sentence in corporate history is, we want to do this, but we want to do it our way. The Mongols did not care about doing it their way. They cared about doing it the best way. The second principle the Mongols mastered was meritocracy. They didn't care where you came from, what school you attended, or whose son you were. They cared about what you could do. A soldier from a conquered tribe could command 10,000 warriors if they proved themselves in the field. The best idea won, regardless of its source. Most modern organizations have inverted this. We promote by tenure, we promote by relationships, we promote by the school on the resume. And every time we do, we send a signal to every high performer in the building. Excellence is indistinguishable from mediocrity here. The system does not reward what it claims to value. This is the mechanism that manufactures zoners, the competent, compliant people who have stopped trying because trying produced no differential outcome. They're not disengaged because they stopped caring. They are disengaged because the organization taught them that caring produced the same result as not caring. The third principle is authority. Mongol generals set the objective and left the method entirely to local commanders. The commander was told where to be and what to take, not which route to ride, which flank to hit, or when to commit the reserve. That decision belonged to the person closest to the ground. The result was an army that could adapt in real time, respond to conditions no headquarters could anticipate, and move at a speed that paralyzed every opponent. Today we suffer from the empowerment illusion. We give people titles and keep the authority. We announce empowerment and then build approval chains that require 3 signatures for a decision the frontline person could make better and faster alone. We set the objective at the top and the method at the top, Every decision travels up the chain before it travels back down. 3 principles: no lineage, no approval chains, no legacy technology protected at the expense of better technology. The Mongols ran the system for 100 years. Then the empire fragmented, the principles were forgotten, and every organization that came after them reinvented the same 3 failures the Mongols had solved. The organizations that will lead the next decade will do what the Mongols did. They will restructure their internal systems around every new capability that makes them better. They will promote based on what people can do rather than who they know. And they will push decision-making authority to the person closest to the information. These are not 3 separate initiatives. They are 3 expressions of the same underlying principle: a relentless commitment to reality over ego. The Mongols did not have all the answers, but they were willing to find out whose answer was best, and they structured their entire empire to act on the answer the moment they found it. The question for every leader in this room is simple: which of the 3 failures is running your organization right now? Are you protecting your legacy structures from new technology? Are you promoting tenure over capability? Are you holding onto authority that belongs to the front line? You have the capability to build something extraordinary, but first you have to be willing to change the rules. Thank you.